Good afternoon everybody, this is Angela and David from Wiley's Travel Adventures. We're in Carlisle again today. We just thought we'd do another vlog. As I said, I would do another one from Carlisle. So we're just focusing first on all three rivers in Carlisle. Yes, it's got three rivers running through it. So we're standing on the bridge over the River Eden. In the distance you can see Carlisle Castle and also the chimney called Dixon's Chimney. That was on the news a few years ago, where a man got stranded on the top of it and unfortunately died. It was on all the major news channels. So this is the River Eden, lots of walks around the River Eden, and this park over here is called Rickaby Park. And Rickaby Park goes all the way up that way as well. So, and we've got a little river over here called the Petrel, and that runs into the River Eden here. And you can see it down here under the railings, and that just flows into the River Eden. You can hardly see it for all the trees and things, but that's called the River Petrel. It's unusual to have three rivers in a city. So we'll head on now and go elsewhere. So here we are at the River Petrel. Very small river compared to the River Eden. And here we have a golf course called Stonyholme. Council owned golf course, anybody can come and play. They also have a restaurant here, which is meant to be very good. Yep. Anything you want to say, David, about this golf course?
18-hole golf course. Gets a wee bit wet in the winter, but apart from that, it's fine.
Yeah, sometimes it floods because the River Eden floods a lot.
Apart from that, it's just a nice wee golf course.
We'll just have a little walk around here, see where it leads us to, before we go on the hunt of the River Carlisle, which is the third river in Carlisle.
This is the second hole. I'm looking at up there. That way, second.
David's a golfer, he used to be, so he knows where all these various...
I know where the trees are.
He knows where the trees are because he used to hit them when he played down here. So I'll just spin you around. As you can see, that's the bridge through the trees that we were on before. The suspension bridge. Lots of walks around Carlisle. We don't use them very often, I must admit. We tend to go further afield, like Torquay Tarn, and we go for walks around Longtown where we live. So yeah, that's Stonyholme Golf Course.
That's your first green there.
That's your first green up there.
3 for the second hole, and then you come right down for the third. And the fourth is up that wee hill. And
David knows it off by heart.
And that's about the only bit of the course.
So this path here is a public footpath. You can walk right the way along.
Just watch out for golf balls.
Yeah, just watch out for golf balls.
Some folk coming down.
Yeah. So we'll head up again and we'll go and search for the other river in Carlisle. So we're now in the Dentonholme area of Carlisle, and this is the River Carlisle. in the summer there's loads of people goes down there to like sunbathe and throw stones in. Lots of lovely old buildings around here. That there used to be a pub and restaurant. It was lovely. Can't remember what it was called though. I'll just show you the little waterfall. Yeah, you'll find lots of kids in here in the summer when the water's shallower. I'm not going to video too far because there's kiddos there down there already. And then it goes out to the countryside. And this river also blends into the River Eden. Yeah, the River Carlisle, it goes into, as I said before, it runs into the River Eden as well at Bitts Park. We were at Bitts Park on our last vlog. So now we're heading into Carlisle to show you other parts of Carlisle that we missed the last time. We won't be doing it all today because it's a big area, but we'll do the main shopping centre and also Botchergate, where all the pubs and clubs are for people to go on a night time and through the day for lunches and things, etc. And it's very popular at the weekend. They actually close the road off, so yeah, it closes off at about 11. Is it about 11?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, and opens in the early hours sometime. I can't quite remember what time it opens, but yeah, they shut the street off. Yeah, as I said that before, that was a pub and restaurant. That was really nice. It's a shame it's not there anymore. But yeah, here's another nice walk. You can walk all the way along the river on both sides. Lots of nice walks around Carlisle, isn't there, David?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially along the rivers.
Yeah, along the rivers are great. And yeah, so we'll head to our next destination now. We'll see you in a bit. So we've just parked up in Carlisle. In this area it's called Portland Square. Look at these houses. These, well, they're businesses now, but can you imagine back in the day living in one of these? Some of them are absolutely massive. But they're mainly businesses now. My dentist is along there. And it's such a leafy street as well, and there's a little park here. We shall have a wander in here. Quite pretty for in the centre of town. And on the over on the right there, or straight ahead as you're looking through the video, all these used to be businesses and now they've been made into very exclusive flats and houses. Very expensive, but
The other side as well. Then they're doing the same.
yeah, and on the other side over here they're busy doing that side as well. The one time we used to be able to park down each road, but you can't anymore, it's all private. I bet these are lovely inside, very pricey. You'd love to live somewhere like that, especially when they've got private parking. Yeah, as I say, they've all got private parking. They're just coming out. There'll be CCTV, I would imagine, as well.
Both ends.
Yep. Some of them are bigger than... We saw a plan of them once on the internet, didn't we?
Mm.
Some of them are quite big. Very big, in fact, and some of them are small. Smaller, yeah. There's one on the end. We're coming up to, it looks as if it's empty.
You've got their own charging points.
Alright. Charging points. Can't be bad. Win the lottery and you could buy one. But I think I'd rather go to Florida, to be quite honest. That one's empty. And I've got cellars. Well, most places in the centre of town have got cellars. I don't think they're still doing the cellars out by the looks of things, because they've got wires draped everywhere. Yeah. So this street here is Warwick Road. This is one of the main streets in Carlisle. Lots of like restaurants. There's a Greek restaurant, and there's what else? What else? Greek. And there's a a la carte restaurant called David's.
Papa Joe's.
And then Papa John's. And coming up on the right hand side you've got Carlisle Crown Court, which I'll show you in a moment.
Horses up. Another bar and restaurant over there.
Yeah, Michelangelo restaurant down the stairs underneath the church. So over the street is Crown Court, and then you've got a nice Italian restaurant here called Casa Romana. Lots of restaurants for everybody's taste in Carlisle. And coming up straight ahead is a fancy hotel called the Holston. It used to be the old post office. So this is the Holston over the way, and that used to be the old main post office. So we're now on Lowther Street. We have the last zebra over there, which is next to Lloyd's Bank. This is where I used to work. But when I first came to Carlisle, I worked over the road, which is now a Pizza Express, and that used to be the original Lloyd's Bank, and the one we moved into was the TSB. That was when Lloyd's and TSB merged many moons ago now. Yeah, time just flies. So we're just going to carry on walking down Lowther Street until we get to the indoor shopping centre called the Lanes. All the shops you would find in all these other major cities are here in Carlisle. So I'm just going to keep the video rolling just so you can see all the shops that we've got in the Lanes. But I'm not going to speak because there's too many people, but I'll just video it. So and we're coming to the end. As I say, it's not very big, and Primark is at the end. So there you have it, our wee little shopping centre. So we just come out the Lanes. This down here is called Scotch Street. It's got a number of shops you'd find on any high street, like River Island, Body Shop, Costa Coffee, McDonald's, Wilco's is at the bottom, and a few of the travel agents as well. And over there, the pink building is the tourist information. And when I did the last vlog of Carlisle, we came up to about Specs, the Entertainer, I think, didn't we? Yeah. Came up to about Entertainer with the Crown and Mitre on there as well, the big hotel in Carlisle. And over that way is the cathedral,
see it.
where we did a vlog there from the last time. So yeah, this is the sort of like central hub, if you want to call it, in Carlisle. This is where they have all the farmers markets and kiddies rides in the holiday times. A lot of closed, as all high streets, a lot of closed stores, which is a shame to see. That's the sign of the times. So yeah, they've got the Union Jacks up, ready for the coronation. I don't know what they're doing for it at all, because I've never read up on it. I'm sure they'll have big screens up somewhere for it. And yeah, so that's the central hub. So we're going to go down and show you where the railway station is now. So I've just walked a bit further along on the same street. There you've got Marks and Spencer. We've got some dude up here, James Steele, Mayor of Carlisle 1845 to 1846. And then got Barclays Bank there, and you got the HSBC there. Then you got Bank Street down there. Yep, there's a few restaurants kicking about all these little streets as well. Coffee shops and yeah, lots of things. So you won't go home hungry coming to Carlisle, that's for sure. So we're heading now, and this is our railway station. We've got a big hotel next to it called Carlisle Station Hotel. There's been a number of names over the years. So we'll go into the station and show you inside the station also. So where we're standing now, this all used to be short-term car parking for about 20 minutes.
I've got that over there.
And there's also car parking round the back there, but they're going to be developing it all at the back of the station and putting new car parks in. They're demolishing the old swimming pool and also Matalan, which is round the back of the station also. So we'll go in and have a look. So we're in the station now. There's a big train full of logs on. Not really a train spotter, but I thought we'd come in and show you. Never seen one like that before, carrying logs.
Well, Carlisle Station. You can get various trains to various places. You can go to Oxenholme, which is on the main line down to Euston from London. You go there and change trains to the Lake District. And if you're heading north to Bonnie, Scotland, you can get the train from here up to Glasgow or Edinburgh. And also if you want to go the scenic route via Annan and Dumfries, that takes you up to Glasgow as well. So there's various ways of getting to God's country.
So there you have it, it's just a normal train station like any other. Obviously we're going to London shortly, so we'll probably be, if we go past any big stations like King's Cross, we'll whip in and show you how big that is compared to Carlisle. Oh, there's an announcement. So the buildings you see over the road are called the Citadel. They were first commissioned by Henry VIII to replace gateway into the city. There've been courtrooms, there've been a prison, and recently they were home to the council. They have been owned by English Heritage, but we think they're going to be owned by the university in the future. They are quite majestic looking buildings, I must admit. But yeah, it's a shame they can't just be made into a museum, like the history of Carlisle, but we do have a museum for that, and that's Tully House. So we're starting off with coming into Botchergate, which is the pub, club, and restaurant capital of Carlisle. And we start with the Griffin, which is on the very corner, and it's used by a lot of railway goers. Lots of takeaways on this street. And as we say, it's closed to the public on a Friday and a Saturday night. So it doesn't look much now. I mean, there's a lot further down, there's a lot of empty shops and things. But come the weekend, it's all hustle and bustle. Especially if there's like through the day and there's a major football match on. So here you've got the William Rufus, which is a Wetherspoons. You've got 2 Wetherspoons on this street. Over the road you've got the Caledonian pub. Up here we've still got fairly cheapish pints of beer. But we'll be going down to London in July, so we'll have to do a comparison. There'll be no comparison basically. So this is further down the street. We're coming up to the other Wetherspoons. The Ibis Hotel. Got the Border Rambler. A lot of these pubs open and then close because they can't stay open because of the prices. So through there you got Walkabout. And then you've got the Wetherspoons here. So right next door to Woodrow Wilson, the Wetherspoons bit, is the View Cinema. And then there's not much more down that end of town. You've got an Asda and a B&M and things further down. So here we have Walkabout. Looks very quiet. And this used to be the Gala Bingo, but it's closed now. Well, it used to be Gala Bingo, then it changed its name to Buzz Bingo. So, what can I say about this car park and this area? Well, that's where the bingo used to be, just here. And then we've got Botchergate through there, where we just come from. And this here is called Rouge. Now this is a pole and lap dancing club. We will say no more. And there's not much else really around here. There's escape rooms, red herring escape rooms. Don't even know whether they're still open or not. And then you've got a fitness bit up above. So we're heading back to the car now. And then we're going to show you where Carlisle Football Club is. And then we're going to show you where the race course is. And that's what the Carlisle covered.